is Justin Moore, founder of Creator Wizard, where I teach you how to find and negotiate your dream sponsorships. Today, we're going to be talking about how to manifest brand sponsorships. Is that something that's exciting to you? Are you into manifestation? Because I am, and I want to talk about it. And if you're not, you should still stick around because there's going to be lots of gems and lots of things that you can learn. We are squarely, in the middle of Q4, so I'm assuming some of you may be potentially negotiating with brands for holiday campaigns, or maybe you're trying to land some holiday campaigns right now. So you are in the right place. We're going to be talking about a lot of this stuff. So let me know where you're tuning in from. I am live across a bunch of different platforms right now: Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn, Twitter, you name it. We've got a Wolf Abroad. We've got, let's see who we got in the chat. We got No Fury. What's up, Kenora? We've got Eric, Natalie XO, I think that's it. Eric and Natalie XO. We've got Andy. What's up? Good to see you, man. This is Aaron's House of Legos. Is that your alt, Andy, or are you saying hello to Aaron? I'm not sure. We've got D. What's going on? D, y'all, just got done with a special advanced strategy office hours session for our course, Brand Deal Wizard. And so she did a session all around confidence, which is something new we're trying this cohort. And, from what I heard, I actually was not there. Dee teaches this all on her own. I heard it was amazing. So I'm excited too for me to watch the replay of that, because literally it was right before this live stream. We've got Aaron, we've got Carolyn. What's going on, Carolyn? Good to see you all. We've got real life Rachel Brown tuning in, Katricia Rose, Bryce Root. What's going on, Bryce? Great to see you all. All right, so let's dive into it. As always, I'm going to be answering all your Q&As towards the end of the session, maybe kind of more towards the middle of the session. But today, I just wanted to talk about a few things related to, again, manifesting brand partnerships. So, the first, so let's take a step back. So what does it mean to actually manifest a brand partnership? So I do believe that there is a lot to putting yourself out there as a creator, not just with respect to like the content you're creating. That obviously takes tremendous courage to actually press publish or on any piece of content, right? But what does it actually mean to attract brands and to attract these types of partnerships and the opportunities that you really want to have as a creator? Because I very much do not believe that this is a passive thing, right? By putting out really compelling content, by being consistent, by being very generous and having a service mindset to your community and to potential brand partners. Those are the types of behaviors that I really believe in karma, that all of that stuff really comes back around. And so that as the foundation to this conversation, I wanted to talk about the first element. So manifesting brand partnerships, point number one is that you have to get rid of an entitlement mentality. Just because you have a certain number of followers or a certain level of influence, that does not mean that you are owed a certain amount of brand deals or, to be paid a certain amount on your sponsorships, right? This is a very pervasive attitude that I hear from a lot of creators. They're just like, they're insulted that a brand would try to offer them that. And yes, there are brands who, they do try to prey on creators, and I get that. But in my experience, that's actually the minority of brands. That's not the majority, right? And it actually, if you take the ownership back onto you and you think to yourself, you know what, actually the onus is on me to educate brands around what is reasonable, right? And because at the end of the day, you have to provide value to brands in order for them to see the value in compensating you, right? And by the way, value does not necessarily mean sales or views or engagement or whatever, right? There's a lot of other ways in which you can provide value. And so you probably have gleaned this from a lot of my content, a lot of the live streams that I do, that like taking ownership over yourself and your creator business is the quickest way to grow. It's the quickest way to drive more income, because then you are no longer a victim. You're no longer sitting here and be like, why am I not getting brand deals? Why are there no brands in my inbox? Why are all these other creators succeeding more than I am? And you really are more introspective, and you look in the mirror and you're like, okay, how can I take control of this situation? What are the things that are within my control? How can I take even if it's small actions today, small steps today to get me further towards this larger goal or aspiration that I have, like that is a really, really important factor of achieving, some of these larger goals that you have. So I wanted to start off with that point. We've got who we got here in the TikTok chat. We've got Sheriff Aluna 1. We've got Jalen and Casey, TikTok Tara. What's up? We got Taryn. Taryn is in the current cohort of Brand Deal Wizard. So great to see you here, Mrs. Juno. Good to see you all here. I think we got some more people in the YouTube chat. Oh, the YouTube chat's popping off today. We got Lily Gaming. We got Katricia Rose over here. Cal Barton. What's up, Cal? Good to see you. Fourth Warden Child. Good to see you all here. Okay, so second item. So manifesting brand partnerships. Part number 2. Okay, is that brands will never know what an amazing partner you'll be until you get on their radar, right? And so what this actually translates into is tagging brands organically, even if they're not compensating you. And so what I'm not saying is do a bunch of gifted partnerships for free, right? That is a very different thing. When a brand reaches out and they'll be like, here's a creative brief, and here's like, all these talking points that you have to do, and you have to use this promo code and all this stuff in exchange for the free product. That is not what I'm talking about at all. Okay. And by the way, if you're having issues with that, you should definitely take my course, Gifted to Paid. It's a fully on-demand course. It's a 90-minute program, and I give you a zillion different, maybe not a zillion. I think I give you 18 different email scripts, templates, strategies, angles that you can use to have these conversations with brands who are actually offering you free products. But aside from that, the quickest way to get on brands' radars is to start talking about them on social media, right? So maybe it's, I really love this money gun, so I'm gonna talk about this brand, right? I love this money gun. I'm gonna tag it in my IG stories, or do a TikTok about them and tag the brand, whatever, right? Because then what happens? The brand sees that in their notification feed. They say, okay, who is this creator? Because guess what happens when push comes to shove and they decide that they ultimately do want to run a specific campaign, let's say for the holidays. This is what happens, is that they go and they have started to develop this short list of creators who are already talking about them on social media and have affinity for them. A lot of creators think that, if I tag the brand on social media, why would they ever pay me? Because I'm already talking about them, right? And that could not be further from the truth, because what brands, when they are running paid campaigns, they have very specific talking points, promotions, promo codes that they want you to say. You are not saying those things when you're just randomly tagging the brand on social media. If they want you to focus on, this particular feature or benefit, or, go, use this promo code to get 20% off your first purchase, you are not saying those things, because guess what? Oftentimes what's one of the largest aspects of the campaign, or one of the objectives of this, is to get compelling content from you that they can cut down and repurpose on their social platforms, on their owned and operated sites like their website, or for paid advertising, right? And so you are not doing those things. You are not granting them those rights if you're doing those things organically by just tagging them. So it is so much easier to onboard a creator who is already familiar with your brand, who is already familiar with your products and your mission and your values, right? Than it is a creator who's coming in cold off the street, who has no idea what you stand for. And, there is a much higher chance of you screwing it up and bungling it and mispronouncing the name of the brand, or like whatever, right? Demonstrating the product wrong, right? And so again, like, this is the mentality. Yes, there are some short-sighted brands who are just like, no, let's not talk about it. Let's only go find people who've never talked about us. But again, I've done over 1,000 sponsorships between my personal platforms with my wife as well as my agency, and this is what happens, okay? Oftentimes we will receive a charge from a brand or an agency who has hired us, a larger agency, who has said, hey, we want to go out and find people who are already talking about us. Can you develop a short list for us like that, right? And so brands actually will invest in software programs. These are called social listening tools, where they can go out and actually find people who are tagging them on social media, even if they're not tagging them. Maybe they just are writing like, oh, blah, blah, blah. Maybe you've experienced this, where maybe you've tweeted something, right? Like you actually included the brand name, and the brand actually responded, and you're like, wait a minute, I didn't tag the brand. It's because they have these software tools that are like listening for people talking about them on social media, because it represents a business risk for them, right? If they have people who are disgruntled, they had a bad customer service experience, they have an incentive to have software tools like this that they can plug into their customer service tools to be able to nip some of that stuff in the bud, right? And so the same logic applies where brands, if they're trying to actually be smart about their marketing strategies, they will try to recruit people who are already talking about them, who are already authentic fans of them. This is how they actually identify high value potential customers of the brand too. So yeah, maybe this person, their customer is not an influencer or a micro influencer or whatever per se, but they've bought, $2,000 worth of products. They're being very vocally advocates for the brand on social media. Like maybe they want to reach out and just send a nice little thank you card or a little reward, for doing this. You've seen brands like Chewy do this before, the pet food brand. Like they do stuff like this all the time. So brands, I'm telling you, brands, they think about this kind of stuff. So if you want to get on their radar, the best way to do it is to start talking about them. I guarantee it. Okay. All right. So have I sufficiently squelched this rumor that you should not tag brands on social media? Because you should. Okay. We've got Akaria Tantra, Aloha from Hawaii. Oh my God. TikTok Tear just switched over to TikTok. What happened here? You're over here now. What's up? Aloha from Hawaii. Good to see you. We got Mel Crafts tuning in. Good to see you as well. We've got Stoop Kid. Oh, wow, Justin. Hi. What's up? Good to see you there. Good to see you on TikTok. And Lily Gaming says, yeah, got it. So how big or how small should a brand be for us to have a higher change on landing a brand deal? Can you clarify that real quick? What do you mean a higher change? Are you saying a higher charge? Maybe I'm thinking that's maybe what you're talking about, but clarify for me. No, if you're here, I had a question here about that. Do you feel like connecting with brand PR directs on LinkedIn is a good idea? Of course it's a good idea. Why not? Get on their radar by not just connecting with them, but introducing yourself. Maybe this means filming a little video. Kenora, maybe you're going to say, hey, this is why I love your brand. This is why actually my audience has an affinity for your brand. I've actually tagged you. I've talked about you on social media before. Would love to XYZ for you. 100%. LinkedIn is we actually just had a Danny Desatnik, who is the head of creator initiatives at #Paid, which is, one of the largest creator brand marketplaces. And we talked about, this was a guest session in my Brand Deal Wizard course for my students. And one thing that he talked about was that he has people connecting with him, like random creators connecting with him on LinkedIn. And he'll absolutely, like, if it's a compelling, story, and they're not just saying like, give me brand deals, that's not what you should say. But if you're, telling a story of why, the brand or the product is you're such a huge fan of it, why your audience also, has an affinity for it. That's actually the missing component. Oftentimes when a creator will pitch a brand, we've talked about this quite a bit, is that the creator will just make it all about them, and that they, I love the product, I love the brand. And like, of course you do, you're pitching them, right? But the most important thing that you need to do is actually draw the line a little bit further, which is actually drawing the line to your audience, and why your audience is, you believe, is authentic fans and will be excited about learning about this, product or this brand or this service or whatever. Because at the end of the day, the reason the brand is going to be hiring you is because you are the conduit to help them access new prospective customers of theirs, right? So so hopefully that's helpful. Okay, so I am going to be answering a few more questions, but let me dive real quickly. Again, we're talking about manifesting brand partnerships, okay? If you're just tuning in right now, we're talking all about how you can actually get these opportunities to come to you rather than you having to go out there and hustle for them all the time, okay? So manifesting brand partnerships. Part number 3, okay, is you have to become a helper, okay? What do I mean by this? So you can help brands achieve their business objectives. You can help your audience find new products and new services that help them in their lives. You can help other creators who are struggling or who need guidance, right? I fundamentally believe that people gravitate to those who help. And in my experience, money and opportunities always follows. When I first started Creator Wizard over, about 2 years ago, you could not pay me There was nothing you could pay me for. I didn't have a course. I didn't have like any coaching. I didn't have anything. I didn't like webinars or sessions, whatever. I did not have anything. You couldn't pay me. And so I was just putting out content that I really loved. I felt like it needed to exist in the universe, right? And I started helping people who would email me, who would comment on my videos, who would DM me, "Oh, I'm in this really tricky, negotiation right now. Like, what do? I don't know what to do," right? And I helped them. I looked at people's contracts. I helped them with their emails. I literally even hopped on a call with a brand with another creator as kind of like their informal manager to kind of help them through this thing. I literally was doing stuff like that because I love doing it. It was fun to me, right? I'm good at it. And so I just felt like, well, it's like it's fun. Like, why not? I'm going to help this person out. If it helps them make, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 more, more on this, like, why not? I'm happy to help do this type of thing, right? And I ultimately realized that in service of having this service mindset, of having this helper mindset, I engendered a lot of like positivity and a great reputation, and started generating a great reputation in this space as someone who serves, right? And so when time came for me to decide that, like, hey, I think I am going to launch a course. Hey, I think I am going to maybe start doing coaching or whatever, right? I had built up all of this goodwill, right, from helping people. I was never expecting anything in return, right? But there is this psychological, I think, void that you leave in people's minds where when you do help them, they somehow subconsciously feel like, you know what, I want to help him in return. I want to help this person in return because they've either given me so much value with their free content for so long, or they helped me over email that one time, or they helped me, over DM or whatever it is, right? I can't tell you how many people have ultimately gone on to sign up for my courses or hired me for coaching sessions. Like this live stream is a great example of that. Right? I have shown up every single week on this live stream for 2 years, basically, right? And I answer your questions. I'm just giving because not only do I love it, but it's just another version of me serving, of me helping people, right? And so I can't, like, when I look at the testimonials and I look at the surveys that people have sent me after taking my courses and stuff like that, I can't tell you how many people have said, you know what? I got so much value out of your live streams that you do every single week, or the replays or whatever, that I just knew if I signed up for your course, or if I hired you for a one-on-one or whatever, like I knew it was going to be great. Right. And so it was like, again, it's this service mindset. And so when it comes to manifesting brand partnerships, having this service mindset of like, hey, I'm going to just like help everyone in my ecosystem. I'm going to help everyone in this, like, in my niche. Right. And it's all going to come back around. I can't tell you how many times, like, I have had people message me who have said, hey, Justin, I just worked with this brand. I think you would be a great fit for them, like with your Creator Wizard stuff. Can I introduce you to them? So, and I have done the same for others, right? I've connected people. Hey, you really need to be talking to this person. You really need to be working with this person. You really need to sponsor their newsletter, whatever, right? Because again, it's so important. Great example. Here we go. Andy. We have Andy in the chat. Andy Lyons is right now in my Instagram live, and I hope it's okay. I want to share a quick story of this. Okay, Andy came onto one of my live Q&A calls for my course, Brand Deal Wizard, right? I hosted these, 5 of these calls where it was like, hey, show up. I will answer any questions you have about the course. And even if it's not about the course, I'll answer your questions. Like, I just want to help you, right? That was the context of the calls, right? And so Andy showed up. She had some great calls. I got to learn about her business. She has an amazing business. And Andy ultimately did not end up signing up for the course because she emailed me and she said, you know what? I actually think it would be more effective or helpful for my business if we could talk one-on-one. And so she booked me for a one-on-one call, right? And so like, you never know how all these things happen. And you know what? Andy just said in the chat, self-publishing with Dale referred me. So I helped another creator, Dale, right? I helped him. I got on a one-on-one call with him. So what happened was Dale had referred 15 people to my newsletter, right? I have this referral program where if you refer other creators to my newsletter, you unlock certain perks. And so Dale has referred a ton of people to my newsletter. And so one of the perks was that I did a one-on-one call with him. And on that call, I helped him look at his media kit, redesign a bunch of case studies and stuff like that he had done. And so he got so much value out of that one-on-one call that he, on his own accord, made a whole other Instagram reel talking about how much value he got on it. And then Andy saw that or connected with Dale, and then Andy jumped on my Q&A call, and then she ultimately booked a one-on-one call. Your reputation in your niche, in your industry is everything. It's everything, right? And so if you have this mindset of just helping, a mindset of service, that you're just going to do right by anyone. I've had a few people, I think I have my alumni, like population, or my alumni body. I think it's about 170, or now it's going to be about over 200 or so after this cohort. But it's like, I have had two refund requests in the lifespan of the program. And when these people emailed me, I gave them a refund within literally like 5 minutes. It's like, no questions asked. It's like, if you did not feel as though this program like served you, here's your money. I don't want your money. Like, I want you to make sure that this is like very impactful for you. And if it's not, here's your money. Here's your money back, right? And so like, and the beautiful thing about that is that when I did that, one creator was like, wow, like I can't, like, I was really surprised you gave me my refund right away. I'm going to be rooting for you. I'm going to tell all my friends about you. It just wasn't a great fit for me, but I still think like you're like very helpful and all this stuff, right? So it's like, you cannot go wrong having this mindset of service. And so when it comes to manifesting brand partnerships, I think if you have that perspective, like, opportunities are just going to come to you, whether it's the brands coming to you directly or other creators referring brands to you. Like, this is just what's going to happen. Here's another, like, I'm sorry I'm going off on this tangent, but here's another good example. I went to Vid Summit a few weeks back, okay? And I cannot tell you, I would be walking through a hallway and one of my alumni from my course would just like pull me and be like, Justin, oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. I need you to talk. I was just telling this creator about you. You need to talk to him. And then they would be like, you need to take his course. It's like so amazing. That probably happened to me 7 or 8 times over the course of the like 2-3 day conference. Like, people would just like pull me aside. You need to talk to Justin. He's the sponsorships guy. Like, I took his course. It was amazing. Right. And so it's like, if you go out of your way to really make sure that everyone who works with you, even if it's a brand or you're doing coaching, you have courses or whatever it is, just like really make sure that everyone gets a lot out of it. Like, you're going to like create these like little mini evangelists of you and your brand. Because if you do great work for a brand, also what's going to happen is they're going to go and recommend you to their colleagues. If it's an agency, especially, they're going to recommend you to all their colleagues. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, you have to work with April and Justin. They were amazing. That's how we have personally generated so much income and so much recurring relationships over the years, is just doing good work and being good people. Right? So anyways, I went off on this tangent, but yeah. Nice Chris in the chat said, I pulled you aside to sign my baby's head. Okay. Nice Chris is exaggerating a little bit, but I did get to meet his beautiful new baby at Vid Summit. So congratulations again, Chris, to you and Shania. And yeah, I did not sign his head, like, for full disclosure. He was making that up, but yeah, it's true. Yeah. And Ashley said, it's so true. I was referred to Justin from Bits of Brie, and I refer everyone to the course, right? So you like it's all this like this network of people. It's just like spreading out, right? When you just do good by people. I feel like that is like a life maxim more than just a manifesting brand sponsorships maxim, right? Yeah, Andy said brand sponsorship, exactly. We got the Green Industry Podcast, driving home from a trade show, listening. What is up, Paul? Because amazing, because I got a one-on-one with Paul. Paul, how many one-on-ones have we had together now? More than 10, probably. And Paul signed up, is in the current cohort for Brand Deal Wizard. You are far and away my most frequent one-on-one coaching client. I just absolutely love working with you, Paul. Hopefully the conference went well. Can't wait to hear the debrief next week on our call. Okay. Yeah. Aaron said, oh my God, my mom watches her and I had no idea she watched this awesome dude. Yeah. Yeah. Aaron, it's crazy because I think I did a session in her private community all around sponsorships. And so I think that's actually how we initially connected. Growing green landscapes. Paul got me on board. Referrals are everything. Holy cow. Great to see you in here as well, man. So yeah, it's referrals are everything. Okay. Anyways, before we dive into the Q&A, I had just a few more things I wanted to talk about related to this topic around manifesting brand partnerships. Okay. So manifesting brand partnerships, point number 4 is that you have to stretch out your time horizon. Okay. Forging partnerships with your dream brands and companies is not something that happens overnight, okay? Because You have to sow the seeds that will be, let's say, harvested maybe even years down the line. And so you have this attitude that, you know what, even if they say no to me now, right? They are 100% going to say yes down the line, right? And that takes a lot of pressure off of the pitch and whether they respond or not, whether they ghost you, right? There's a lot of creators who are just have this very kind of fast money mindset where it's like, okay, I'm going to get into this. I'm going to start my podcast. I'm going to do my newsletter. I'm going to have a TikTok. I'm going to do this, right? And I just want to get paid now. I want to get paid right now. And if I don't see results, if I don't work with brands in the next 3 months, you know what? I'm going to stop doing this. It's not worth it. Right? Let me remind you, like my wife and I started on YouTube in 2009 when you could not make money. There was no partner program. I don't know why I'm snapping. Maybe it's because she really had a baby. This is Jessica Rose is gracing us with her presence in the chat. I think that's why I'm snapping. This is for you, Jessica Rose, right? You have to stretch out the time horizon. Right? When you realize that, you know what? Okay, yeah, they're saying, so by the way, I just got turned down. I pitched a brand like last week, got turned down. They said, you know what? We have our Q1, our Q4 marketing budget allocated. Thanks anyway, basically. Thanks, no thanks. And what I said to them, I should pull up the email, but like what I said to them was not, okay, sounds good. Let's like circle back. I didn't even acknowledge it. I didn't even acknowledge it. I said, oh, you know, thanks for the context. Can you tell me a little bit more about your marketing objectives for Q4 and Q1? I just want to like pull the thread. I'm pulling the thread. I don't care what they say. I am going to partner with this company and I don't care if they say no to me right now because I will partner with them at some point in the future, 100%. Like I'm not, it's no doubt in my mind, right? And so like Dee did a session, you know, all around confidence during office hours for the course this time. And I wanted to like start leaning into more of these topics because what I have found having educated and worked with a lot of creators over the last 2 years is that I can teach frameworks and methodologies until I'm blue in the face. But if you do not have confidence to hit send on that email, none of this matters, right? And so beautiful, amazing, constructive things happen when you realize that this is a game. This is a game that we're playing. If you can gamify the process of success, of driving income, it no longer becomes this like self-esteem hit. This self-esteem blow when people don't respond or they say no to you. It's just like, okay, yeah, this is part of the game. You know, I'm going to pitch them again in a couple of months. Not a big deal. I know how much of a blow it can be, especially if it's your dream brand and they respond to you and they say no. It's not that your pitch sucked. Well, maybe your pitch did suck, and well, we can work on that. So don't worry. We can work on that. But your pitch can always be improved, right? But even if it did suck, you can always submit a pitch that doesn't suck down the line. It's okay. It's not now or never, right? So I think that this, again, like having this longer term mindset around everything you do for your creator business is going to reap dividends. 100% going to reap dividends for you, okay? Arlinda, what's going on? Hi, Justin. Good to see you. We've got Dominic Titana. We've got Stephanie Starts Again. We've got Diamond Nails by Marielle. We've got Raise Good Kids. We've got Lavishly Nay. Great to see you all here. Creatively Lose. Great to see you. Okay, last point. Before we jump into the Q&A, I want to talk about one more thing, okay? Manifesting brand partnerships, point number 5, okay, is that you have to be kind to yourself, okay? We are so hard on ourselves sometimes as creators, I think, right? We're comparing ourselves to our peers or comparing ourselves to where we hoped that we'd be at this point in our lives or this point in our careers, right? But the only timeline that matters is yours. Okay? I need you to hear this because I believe this is why a lot of people give up. I believe this is why a lot of people get burnt out. I believe this is why a lot of people get depressed with their trajectory in their creator business and their, along their journey, right? Because there's a lot of this kind of keeping up with the Joneses and comparing yourself to how everyone else is doing and all this stuff. And it's like, I talk about this concept of shifting from a consumer of social media, a consumer of content, to a producer. This shift has been one of the most profound for my mental health, for the health of my business, for the growth of my business, because I've no longer I'm no longer obsessed. I was never really obsessed, but like I no longer fixate on everyone else's business and if it's growing faster than mine, or they're making cool content and I'm not, and they're getting more views than I am and I'm not. What I focus on is what are the things that bring me joy? And the things that bring me joy are making a piece of art, making a piece of content, making a work that I'm proud of. That at the end of the day, I can publish it, I can post it, and I look at that, I read it, I watch it, and I think to myself, that's good. I'm happy that I made that. I'm happy that that exists. And I derive great fulfillment from that. And I would suggest to you that, I'm not saying don't consume social media. I'm not saying don't watch your peers. That's, yeah, you can absolutely do that. But that should be the minority of what you do throughout your day as a creator, right? The majority should be sitting and thinking, how can I create something that will be a gift to my audience? I listened to a keynote from Ryan Trahan he did a session at Vid Summit, and he had this really, what I thought was an amazing takeaway, which was, he said he likes to treat his content as gifts, meaning that because what a lot of creators do is that when they publish a video, a post, whatever, send out a newsletter, do a podcast, whatever, they constantly be like, okay, what do people think about me? Right? They're reading the comments, they're looking at the DMs, they're like, oh, did people like this? Did they like it? The views, the downloads, all this stuff, right? Like, imagine if what the mindset that you had instead was that, you know what? This is a gift that I am giving to my audience, the people who follow me, the people that listen, that watch, whatever. When you give a gift to someone, you do not immediately say, so what do you think of me now? Right? You say, here you go. You don't ask anything in return. It's a gift. That's the point of it. And so if you can look at your content as a gift, that takes so much pressure off of the performance aspect of it. Right. So I don't know. I just wanted to pass on that insight from Ryan, because I thought it was great. And I just think it's a beautiful way to look at what we all do, this crazy thing that we all do on the internet. So manifesting brand partnerships. Can I get some clapping hands in the emoji? Maybe some diamond hands. I need to see the diamond hands emojis because that's important. Yeah. TikTok Tear says, agreed. Remembering why we love creating. It's so critical. It's so important. Thank you, Tare. We got oh my God, I got some diamonds and some claps from Tare. Thank you. Tare, do you prefer Tare or Taryn? Can you let me know? Because I'm not sure which one. Let me know. Clueless Bushcraft said, I missed Ryan's keynote. I'll watch the replay. Yeah, watch the replay for sure. Ashley said, the gift mindset is incredible. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Great to hear. All right, let's dive into some Q&A, y'all. Nice Chris says, watching your course and knowing you and learning from you has made me nearly $20,000. With the knowledge that you have shared and the confidence you gave me, you helped me find my value. Chris, I'm screenshotting that comment. Like, come on, man. Thank you. I'm so proud of you, man. I'm so proud of you. Love to see it. Love to see it. Did you guys like how I timed that testimonial from Chris with the money gun? April said, April, my boo here in the chat said, Is you married? Damn you, fine. Can we go out sometime? Well, boo, come on down. Come on down. I will give you my number if you come on down. Thanks, baby. She said, not you with the fake money. Didn't you see how I timed it though? That was bomb. I thought it was bomb. Hey, baby, good to see you. Hello, happy mom in the chat. What podcast would you recommend? Like in terms of learning more about being a creator? Is that what you're asking? Let me know. I'm not sure. Oh, here she comes. I hear her. Come here, baby. Hey, baby. Ooh.
No, I'm over here like LL Cool J. I got setting powder on my thigh.
What happened? What is going on here?
I was putting on makeup and I dropped the whole powder on my leg.
It's because you turned on TikTok and saw your man.
I know, and I said, "Woo!"
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, friends.
We're doing Q&A now. TikTok Tear says his course is phenomenal, truly mind blowing.
Hey,
thank you. Hold on, I gotta screenshot that. Hold on, I'm taking it off the thing.
I don't want to be.
Oh no, I turned it off. What the heck did I just do? I'm back. I don't know how to screenshot on iPhone. What the heck is going on here? Is it this? I got it. There we go. I'm such a noob. I'm like live streaming on all these different things.
I don't want to be in your photo.
What?
I
What?
look crazy.
I'm sorry. I had to do it.
I look like
I had to do it. I think I like paused the TikTok by sending this photo. I don't know what's going on here.
I know you're doing a live, but
What?
I did one too, and I talked about how let your dreams be your dreams.
Oh, talking to this. They can't hear.
Oh, can I sit?
Yeah.
Let
Okay,
me have my moment.
Let me put this back on the thing. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
April's gonna sit. Here we go. We're getting some. April is the manifestation queen.
Hi, friends. How are you? Yes, I am the manifestation queen. Okay, so ever since I was little, like it doesn't matter your circumstances or where you come from or how much money your parents have made or how your life was. It doesn't matter if you had a bad childhood. All of that doesn't matter. It's how you feel about yourself, okay? Ever since I was little, I would enter these giveaways and raffles from the magazines. You have to mail in like a postcard, and I always said to myself, I'm going to win. I don't know why, but I felt it in my whole heart that I was going to win. I mean, I never did win, but tell me why I always felt like I was going to win. Like, it's like a feeling inside that you have about yourself. And it's like, you might not win those little magazine giveaways, but you might win in life in a different way. That's all I got.
She also thought that she was going to marry Leonardo DiCaprio.
First of all, I thought Tom Cruise was going to find me one day in LA. He never did. Unfortunately, I could not be the Maverick's wife. But I'm Justin's wife.
I never heard that one. I don't know about that one. Leo,
Excuse me, Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm too old for him.
Yeah, he likes young.
He only likes like 20-year-olds. I'm too old for that man, but Tom Cruise don't. Tom Cruise.
No. Let's move on. I didn't come down here for you to talk about Tom Cruise. I thought
you were
going to talk about manifestation.
Oh yeah, so let's talk about manifesting. I was actually telling people I was doing a live on Instagram. Follow me there. It's April Athena 7. Yes, I'm doing a shameless plug, but that's how you got to do it. You got to be shameless. You got to be shameless in your game, okay? Mm-hmm. If you want to succeed out here in these social media streets, plug yourself in everywhere you go. You know, be like, hi. Justin Moore, creator wizard. I help people with sponsorship opportunities. You actually have to be shameless. A few things about manifesting is it never hurts to ask. It never hurts to ask for more than what a brand gives you. It will never hurt to ask for more because you don't know what you are deserving of until they tell you no, and you still know best, you know, and it's okay to say no. I really feel the power of no is so important because if you say no to brands, they will realize, wow, this person really knows their worth. I'll come back at them and I'll give them even more. That has happened many times because one thing's for sure, I am not the one to accept what is given to me. I always ask for more. Even if I'm hungry, I'm going to ask for more. Yeah. You want some more? Yes. I'll take it home and I'll take that leftovers with me. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And that's how you should act. That you need to put that energy. When it comes to food at a buffet, you know you want to put everything on that plate. You come with that energy when a brand wants to come for you and offer you some money, okay? Shoo, not no little appetizer plate. You try to ask for that big plate. Top it off, baby, okay? You about that buffet life? Shoo. Okay, get your money's worth is all I'm saying. Add the top it off.
What if it's like Yogurtland where they weigh what you take, you know?
Oh, with Yogurtland? Still top it off because you know why? You're going to get paid that. You deserve it. Okay, no, but for real, for manifesting, I was saying in my own Instagram live that I was doing, I was saying how like there is no one in this world who believes in you and your dreams more than yourself. Do not look at what other people are doing. Do not listen to family members who do not understand your dreams because their dreams are small and yours are not. So when you have a big, big dream in life and you really feel like you want it to happen, let it happen. Put in the work. Do not let outside noise or other people tell you that you are not capable of your dreams coming true. Let me just straight up be honest. I would go to family gatherings and I told them it is my dream to buy $1 million house one day. I want $1 million house. That is the number that I want to put on a house price that I want to be able to afford one day as an adult. And my family members would look at me all sorts of crazy like and be like, is you stupid? $1 million is a frick ton of money. Like, but you know what? We kind of sort of made it happen. We bought a house close to that price range. And I am so grateful to work so hard to be able to make this happen. So don't let anyone shit on your dreams. Like, to be honest, don't let anyone do that to you. Like, it is not okay. And also this fake money is also not okay. If you look into use this, make sure it's real, okay? Because manifesting with fake money is not going to work right here. So you're going to have to go to the bank, my love.
Actually, I just got some money from the bank.
You have to go to the bank and get dollars.
Yeah.
we not like $100 bills throwing rich, but we dollars rich, okay? Yeah, no, but seriously, hold on. April, if you have a hard time understanding your value, yes, exactly, Ashley, we will hype you up.
One thing, hold on a second. I keep telling April she needs to do a manifestation like course or webinar or something because she is the queen. I don't think she thinks it's like, oh, this is normal. Everyone thinks this way. I'm like, no, honey. Like you have so much confidence. I just keep telling her. I don't know. She sounds like a motivation. You know those like reels or TikToks where it's like piano music in the back, like don't give up, and like you could put that over this track and it would go viral. Like
really?
That. Yeah.
No, but I cuss. I'd be like, don't let them.
But that's what makes it funny.
Oh my God, Justin, you make way too much money to use fake money. Justin, you make. I wouldn't say too much, girl, because we live in the Bay Area. This is regular income in the Bay, okay? But we make enough. I would say enough. Yeah, but too much, girl. Too much is never enough. I mean,
you bring the cats in here, honey. They never come.
Yeah. Yes, manifestation course. I really feel like, what else was I saying? Yeah, just believe in yourself. Don't let anyone else tell you what you are capable of because you can accomplish anything you want to all by yourself. And also on top of that, do not like use other people as a way to get to where you need to be. Like don't use other people as your emotional crutch. Don't use other people as a source of motivation because you really need to find it within yourself. You need to find like your why and figure out why you're doing something, and then it will really get you far. Like for example, my why was my mom. Before my mom died, I was working so hard because I wanted to make a lot of money so I could buy my mom a house one day. My mom lost her house during the 2009 housing crisis and it broke her. And so it was my dream to make as much money as I possibly could to buy her a house. I wasn't able to because she passed away, but that drive is what led me to the success that I've had. That drive is what led me to ask for more for every sponsorship opportunity. I never accept what's given to me. Even if it's a lot, I'm asking a few more $1,000s because it's important to me that I accomplish that goal of buying my mom that house. Yeah, it didn't happen. My dreams will never come true with that. But maybe one day I'll buy an Airbnb and that's like my passion project for my mom. Who knows what I'll do with my future dreams, but sometimes dreams can shift too and you just have to continue finding your motivation and your reasons and your whys. And I talked to my therapist about it and she told me, your mom was your why for many years, but you don't have her anymore. So you have to shift your why and figure out what it is. Like, who is your why? And so I figured out my why is Justin and my kids. And as long as I remind myself that, I will always find my reasons for everything. But now that Justin's out here making it rain, I'll be like slowing down now. Creator Wizard is out here collecting. So I'm out here. Like I actually was telling someone the other day, I was all like, it doesn't matter what your dreams are, big or small. The only person that needs to validate it is you. There's no one else that needs to validate your wants, your needs, your desires, but yourself. You know, like there's absolutely no one you need approval from. And I hope you come out of it this weekend doing something that fulfills you in any way, shape, or form. And it has nothing to do with money. It can be something small. Like for me, Pilates. I was trying to learn how to be flexible, you know. So I took Pilates.
It's working.
It do be working though. It do be working. So I started taking Pilates on the regular, and that was like a goal of mine. And it was just for mental health. And I'm really happy I did it. So thank you for joining me today. I'm gonna go give you Justin back.
Thank you for joining April's TED Talk.
You liked it. You liked it. You know, y'all like
Let us know in the chat. Let us know in the chat if you want more April cameos, because you're way more fun than me. Like
Cool J.
you're way more fun than me. Like especially your analogies of the buffet plate. You had to bring the food into it. I'm gonna. It's great. I mean, she's amazing. I mean, like this is why. See, more April. We love her. Exactly. See, I come out here with the practical advice, and she comes out here with the real life buffet analogies, right? No, but for real, like I get so much inspiration from April because she's gone through so much adversity and she's grown this unbelievable. I would not be where I am today at all if it wasn't for her. She was the one who started her YouTube channel, really, and I was just kind of helping in the background for a long time. So everything I've been able to learn was because she created this amazing, career, and it's just amazing. So yes, Ashley says always want more April. Yes, more April. April is the best on these lives. She totally is. So definitely follow her. If you're not following her, she does lives like this all the time on her main channel, April Athena 7. So definitely check her out. Okay, let's dive into some questions. Okay, I did see quite a few on here. See, I'm so used to, because D always is like the most amazing curator of all the questions during the course and everything. So when I'm done with the little thing that I usually say, she's like, D will say, okay, all right, Justin, here's all the questions we're going to answer. And so I need you to like moderate these live streams too, D. Okay, let's see. Green Industry Podcast. We have done like 10 calls and I can't wait to book more. And Brand Deal Wizard course week 1 was fire. Good to see you, Paul. I appreciate that, man. Okay. I had a question here that I wanted to get. Okay. Growing green landscapes. That's Jeremiah. That's you, right? I think. Biggest piece of advice for creators who have never worked with brands, but are looking to get their pricing right. Okay. So I have a few videos on my YouTube channel about this. And so the most important thing to consider when it comes to pricing your sponsorships is understanding the brand's goal for the campaign. So there's 3 campaign goal types that every brand's going to care about. The first is conversion, right? Where you're driving some measurable action like sales. The second is repurposing of your content. So they actually want to take your content, growing green landscapes. I think you have like a podcast and stuff too. So maybe they want to take it into an audiogram or something and run ads with it, maybe to sell their product. And then the last one is brand awareness, where they're launching a new product or a new line or something like that. And so your pricing has to change quite significantly based on the goal of the brand. And so any of you listening who have a media kit with a pricing page where it's standardized pricing, okay, one TikTok is this, or one YouTube video, or one podcast integration, XYZ, it's going to be $500, $1,000, $1,500, $5,000, whatever it is. Delete that page immediately. Starting, if you are listening to this right now, from this point forward, you do not have standard pricing. You have to listen to what the brand is telling you, and you have to design a customized proposal with specific pricing for their situation. Because has this ever happened to you where you have like reached out to some sort of service or some sort of company and like requested a proposal? Maybe it was like you're trying to get your house painted or trying to get some work done on your house or some sort of service, right? And they just send you back this like, automated thing where it's like, here's the pricing, here's the thing, like blah, 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 blah. And you feel you do not, maybe it's a situation where it's like it would require something a little bit more customized, or you would have expected that. It does not feel great. It doesn't feel, you just feel like one of many. You don't feel special in any way, especially if you're going to be investing a lot of money in something. Maybe it's like a coach or something, or maybe it's professional training or something like that, right? No one wants to feel as though they're not special. No one wants to feel as though they're one of many. And so you have to take that same principle and apply it to when you are negotiating with a brand. If they express interest in working with you, you do not want them to just be like, here is the menu of all the different ways in which you can work with me. I work with every brand in the exact same way. Pick a package. Pick a package, any package, right? Pick a Peter Piper, pick a pack of pickled packages for partnerships, paid partnerships, right? I don't know what is going on with me today. It's not, I'm just drinking water, I swear to God. But I just felt like there was some P alliteration right there that I had to run with, right? And so it's just like, that's the most important thing that you have to think about, is understanding the goal, and it's up to you to actually ask them about that, right? So that's a quick explanation, but definitely go check out those videos on my channel because I talk about that in more detail. Katricia Rose has a question. I'm going to find it, Katricia. Let me see if I can find it. Here. Or what is supposed to happen here? My cue is something that Google was no help with and not sure if you can answer. I'm new to negotiating and being paid for usage rights. What happens when a brand continues using the content beyond the term? And then you had a follow-up, or what is supposed to happen? Or what is supposed to happen to that content, or what is supposed to happen to that content or ads that have gone up within that term once it has expired? Okay, so this is the way that you should handle these situations. So you have to, let's split hairs a little bit here. Okay, so typically what you will find in the usage rights portion of the agreement with respect to this is that the brand will say that any post that we make, anytime we reshare your content on our social media or something like that, we do not have to remove that content after the term. So it's not like if they make a post and then the term is a year, let's say, they don't have to go back and scroll down their like Instagram history or whatever and delete the post they made a year ago. So they'll say, we don't have to remove it, but we will not make any new promotion after the term. So after that year is up, they won't make any new promotion of it. Okay. So that's the organic piece of it. So if they're just reposting it. However, if they are using your content for paid advertising, they absolutely cannot be continuing to run paid ads after the term. So the onus is actually on you to keep track of that. And so what I talk about to my students in my course is I have a very sophisticated tracker template that allows you to add dates for something like the licensing expiration. So when that that expires and you get that notification in your inbox or whatever in your Notion app, which is the software tool that I use for the template, you'll say, okay, I need to go make sure, maybe it's a week after expiration or whatever, I need to go make sure, I'm going to go check to make sure that this brand is not running ads anymore with my content. And really what I should be doing, that is your trigger to go and pitch them to pay you more money to extend the terms to extend the usage rights in the ads, right? And so that's really the way in which you need to think about it. Unfortunately, there's not a more streamlined way to do this. What a lot of creators do, and I don't think that you quite realize this is a very bad practice, is that like some creators will just leave the access to the back end of their platform, like TikTok Spark ads or Facebook business manager or whatever. They'll just leave access to the brand for 5 years. They just never remove it, and so they don't realize that, wow, this brand potentially could be continuing to run ads with this person, with my content for way past the term that I allowed them to, right? And so what you do not want to do, though, however, is to just revoke the ads right at the end of the term, because you want to give them the opportunity to extend it, right? If they're going to pay you more money, fine, by all means, but you got to pay me, right? And so you don't want to revoke it and then be like, hey, I just revoked access. You got to pay me more to run ads. It's no, it's a conversation, right? You don't need to be so adversarial with this kind of stuff, right? Again, think of it as this kind of longer term, protracted business relationship, and that'll do you well, okay? So yeah, let me know if that answers your question. Vivid Dunya says, having accepted a gifted collab, how do I change the convo to a paid one in the future? Absolutely fantastic question. So when you have set this like price precedent or this precedent with a brand where it's like you've been doing stuff for free for a while, let's say, how do you have the conversation to shift it to like, hey, you need to pay me now, right? Okay, so let's quickly put yourself in the brand's shoes. Okay, you have just done a partnership for free. That is there in their mind. They're like, okay, moving forward, we only need to give Justin free stuff and he'll just keep making free content for us. That in their mind, right? And so you coming back to them and saying, hey, pay me now, they're saying, what changed? Like, no thanks. I'm just going to go work with this other creator over here, right? Who's going to do it for free? That's what they're thinking. So the best way to shift this conversation is to propose to them something different than what you just did, right? Because that is the thing that they now have to assign a new value to. So you have to say something like, okay, I know I just did this post for you for free, and hopefully you didn't grant them any usage rights or anything like that with the content. But what you can now say is like, I got a bunch of comments on this post where people said, oh, this was so cool, thanks for showing us. Can you show us this other feature or this other angle or a different way in which you can use the product or the service or whatever? I would have loved for you to talk about that a little bit more. You use those insights to go back and you pitch the brand and you say, hey, this is what I learned from that gifted collaboration that I did. I would love to create, I have some other ways in which I think we could take our relationship to the next level. I can create 5 more videos for you. I can grant you the usage rights for 90 days. I can do X, Y, Z. I blah 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 blah. There's all these things that you can do for them. Maybe I can actually create some content for your social media because I notice you're not posting very often. Right? There's a whole number of things. I have a bunch of videos on my YouTube channel if this is the topic that is interesting to you about this. And then so now they think to themselves, oh, okay, Justin can help us in other ways. He's not just a commodity. He's not just another creator that is going to just like do this, that's how they value themselves, free stuff. Sure, here you go. Right. That's not you. What I talk about a lot is that you are not just a creator, you are a consultant. You help brands think through business strategy and how they can, spread the word about their product and service to more than just, the people that they're currently targeting, right? You say, hey, I noticed that you're not targeting photographers right now. And I actually think your SaaS platform or whatever would be perfect for them. Is there a reason that you're not targeting photographers? And then they think to themselves, oh, that's interesting. No, we've never tried that. Like, let's talk to Justin. Let's pay him for this expertise and why he thinks that, our product would be great in that market, right? So again, it requires you to think a little bit outside the box, but that's the reason they're going to pay you. By the way, if this topic around you're struggling to figure out how to convert all these free product offers or gifted collaborations that you're getting from brands into paid partnerships, I have a course all around this topic. It is an on-demand self-study course, and you can just go to Gifted to Paid. Gifted is GIFTEDTO, like two, paid, PAID.com. And you can learn more information because I have a ton of scripts, a ton of scenarios all around these topics that might be helpful for you. So let me know. Hopefully that's helpful. Katrina says, thank you. I could not find anything that spoke to that online. Well, that probably, Katrina, this is a very weird, I'm sorry, not Katrina, Katricia. I'm sorry. I was like reading the first part of your name. Can you let me know what were the search terms that you looked for? This is how much of a dork I am, is because I am trying to take SEO more seriously now on my blog because there's lots of people who like search for information like Katricia that can't find them on YouTube videos or whatever. And now I want to know what the search terms were that you were looking for because I want to make a blog post about it and own that search term, right? Katricia says, this was a brand that I did a UGC for, right? User generated content. So they were running the content I produce as ads from their account. Interesting. Yeah, let me know. What were the search terms that you looked for? Because I do want to make a blog post about that. I appreciate it. Y'all, did you know that I own the #1 search query on Google for how much to charge for brand deals? How dope is that? I did not even do that intentionally. How did that happen? Right? I've just been continuing to like post content and post my videos and repurpose them as blog posts and all this stuff. And just like one person one day like screenshotted it to me and was like, did you know you're the #1 result on Google for this? I was like, no. And so now I was like, man, I really need to take advantage of that. I need to like do something about that. So I need to really take this more seriously. I think, right? TikTok Terror says, dropping all these gems. TikTok Terror, I can't believe you've literally been here the entire like live stream. D, like I've seen a bunch of you here. Aaron, you've been here the whole time, so I appreciate that. Like really means a lot to me. D says, yo, with some like party hat emojis. So yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. How are we done? How is the live stream almost over? What's going on here? It's you know why? Because we had the cameo in April. She dropped the manifestation gems. Like she dropped it in our laps and just walked it, like Mike dropped it and just walked away, right? It's crazy. But yeah, thank you all for showing up today. It was so much fun. Sandra says, check how you rank in Google searches for incognito mode to get accurate results. You know what, Sandra? I did that too. I went in incognito. I'm not logged in anywhere and I still show up first. So it's not just me. I really was like looking. I was like, is this true? Is this actually happening? It's crazy. Smurfette said, thank you for your time, of course. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, oh my gosh, I almost forgot. Don't leave. I almost forgot. I need your help, okay? I need your help. One of my alumni from my course, Brandon, Tech Audit TV, had a great idea for a live stream next week, and I really want to do it. I was like, guys, I don't know what I'm going to do for my live stream. And he said, okay, we're going to do a Halloween-themed live stream. It's going to be called Spooky Influencer Horror Stories. Okay, this is going to be, I need you guys to submit to me your brand deal horror stories, either on DM or email me, justin@creatorwizard.com. I need you to, it can be anonymous, put it in there if you don't want me to like say anything about you or the brand or whatever. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be reacting to influencer horror stories. Can you send me influencer horror stories? I need these. It's going to be so much fun. I'm going to dim the lights. I'm going to get some spooky music. I'm going to get maybe like a flashlight, like for like I'm telling a spooky story around a like a campfire. Maybe is that going to be fun? Sandra says that is a funny idea. Okay, Hungry Cakes 2X says okay. All right, so you got to send me. I need these because if I don't have any horror stories, I won't be able to do the stream. And I know you want to watch this stream because it's going to be fun. It's going to be entertaining. I'm going to have like creepy music, right? Or maybe I don't know. I don't have anything. Maybe I'll tell some jokes, right? We'll talk about some money. I didn't even use the soundboard today. I was just so passionate. But please, TikTok Tear, everyone, GB, LOL, cool. Susie says, I have a lot of horror stories. Okay, so I need a minimum of 10. I need a minimum. You can send me multiple horror stories. I need these. This is going to like make my life. So please don't right after, literally right now, do not like send me this. Open up your email, open up your DM, Creator Wizard on DM, send me the horror story. I need it because I can't do the stream if you guys don't send me these. I'm going to have to make a new idea if I don't have the stream. All the examples. Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Jamila says, when and what time? I do my live stream at the same time every single week, Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. So please come join. It'll be so much fun. Send me your horror stories. All right. Have an amazing weekend. Have a great Friday night. And I'll see you next week for Spooky Influencer Horror Stories.